family, friends, and guests, the 2016 graduating class and faculty of Portland State University. family, friends, and guests, please rise for the platform party.
Welcome to Portland State University's 2016 Spring Commencement Ceremony. I'm Sana Andrews, the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, and it's my honor to be the person who leads today's ceremony. Joining me on the stage are honored guests, PSU academic and administrative leaders, and our two student commencement speakers, all of whom are listed in your program. Please rise for the singing of the national anthem by graduating Portland State University student Madison Stanley, and she is earning a bachelor's degree in arts and theater arts.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Madison, and congratulations on your accomplishments. Please welcome Cree Duker, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Social Science.
Ani, Cree Indiznikas, Rocky Boy Montana Indujnaba. I would like to acknowledge today the traditional territory that Portland and Oregon rests on and which we are gathered at today. The Portland metro area and Oregon itself rests on the many nations, including Burns Paiute, Confederated Tribes of Coos, Lower Umpqua Susla and Coquille, Cow Creek Band of Umpqua, Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde, Klamath, Siletz, Umatilla, and Warm Springs. When we acknowledge the traditional land that we stand on, we're acknowledging a larger history and a larger story that informs our present and the resilience of our Indigenous peoples. Please welcome James Smith, who is Fort Peck and Warm Springs, as well as the Bulls and Bears Drum Group, who will perform a Native American honor song today in recognition of the Indigenous land that we were on, as well as in recognition of all of our graduates here today. Chimigwech, thank you very much. And if you are able to, please remain standing at this time.
And thank you, James Smith and Bulls and Bears. Please take your seats. Our ceremony is being broadcast live online and also on Oregon Public Broadcasting. Please visit pdx.edu for further details. I'm very pleased to introduce to you the president of Portland State University, Wim Wiewel. President Wiewel.
Good morning, class of 2016. Congratulations, you did it! Look around this Moda Center. This is what achievement looks like. Today, this year, nearly 5,800 of you earned degrees. You're one of the biggest, most diverse, and definitely coolest graduating classes in the state of Oregon. So give yourselves a big round of applause and make it loud. You've earned it. Now, my day job is university president, but I'm a sociologist by training, so I'm always intrigued. Yeah, sociologist, let's hear it. I'm always intrigued by the incredible array of people who make up Portland State's graduates. You're a fascinating bunch. I look around, I see single parents who struggle to balance home life with homework, but stuck with it. I see hundreds who are the first in their family to earn a degree. 1 out of 3 of you getting bachelor's degrees are students of color. Nearly 2 out of 3 of you getting bachelor's degrees are women. Yeah, where are the guys? You're going to be hearing a lot of names today, and you will hear from some very accomplished student speakers. But there are just a few of you classmates I want to mention. Psychology graduate Diana Sirkin is 19, the youngest graduate this year, and the first of her family to get a degree. Diana is a daughter of Eastern European immigrants. She earned her associate's degree when she was still in high school in Clackamas County, and she's now headed to Willamette Law School. Good job, Diane. Roger Hatefi, on the other side of the scale, he started at PSU at the tender age of 75. And now at 80, he's leaving with a bachelor's degree in art practices. He's a businessman who fled turmoil in his native Iran in the late 1990s. And he plans to write a book about his experiences. I'm sure he's got plenty of material to work with. Good luck to you, Roger. Then there's Ashley Hupsky, who maintained a perfect 4.0 in our Urban Honors College, while volunteering at OHSU, guiding future students around PSU as an orientation leader, and writing a senior thesis on liver transplants and cancer. Ashley leaves with a pre-health degree and is headed to Oregon State's School of Pharmacy. I mention these graduates just to show some of the breadth that PSU encompasses. Each of you has a fearless story to tell that led you to this moment. I offer all of you my tremendous respect and admiration for bucking the odds and making it as far as you have, and I know you'll go even further. This is Portland State's DNA. We are Oregon's Access University and proud of it. We offer not just opportunity to thousands, but an education steeped in quality and internationally recognized excellence. Students like you enroll here and succeed here precisely because we are the non-traditional university, the one that finds new and better ways to explore and practice knowledge. That's why when U.S. News & World Report came out with its much-awaited rankings this year, they put us on the elite list of the 20 most innovative universities in the country. That's your doing, PSU, students, faculty, and staff. We celebrate all of you today. Some of you just can't get enough of it and are headed back to academia for postgraduate degrees, and I commend you for that. Most of you are headed into the workforce And I have to say, your timing could hardly be better. We're enjoying a far better economic climate today than just a few years ago, and I know you will hit the ground running. Some of you are headed to hospitals and clinics to make our world a healthier place. Some of you are bound for Mercy Corps to sow peace and understanding in a world that desperately needs it. And some of you will be just headed for a studio on the Central East Side to write your own next chapter. As you leave, take a moment to think about everyone who helped get you to this point. Your parents, your family, your professors and advisors who kept you on track, the philanthropists who helped fund this wonderful university, and the friends you made here. The ones who pulled all-nighters with you, laughed at your bad jokes, and stuck with you when times got hard. You will have them for life. Let's give them all a round of applause. Lastly, keep in mind that you're now officially Viking alumni. There are more than 170,000 of you out there. Regardless of where you end up, I hope you stay in touch with us here at your alma mater. Come back to visit this fall for Portland's State of Mind, or watch a little Barney Ball. We're counting on you, class of 2016, to build a more equitable future and help those students who follow in your footsteps. So stay fearless, stay innovative, and give yourselves one more big round of applause, and go Vikes!
Thank you, President Vivell. We are honored that Trustee Gail Castillo is here to give greetings from the PSU Board of Trustees.
Good morning. On behalf of the trustees of Portland State University, it is my honor to welcome all of you here this morning. Students, faculty, staff, trustees, guests, and members of the community that have joined us. I especially want to congratulate the class of 2016, not only the students, but their families. Vim stole my line. You made it! So congratulations, we're very proud of you. Many of you, like me, are the first in your family to graduate from high school, and now you're the first in your family to graduate from college. I, too, graduated from Portland State, and I received my master's degree here. I became a trustee because, like you, I want to contribute to the community's advancement. As a trustee, my goal is to help support educational opportunities for everyone, which, by the way, also creates economic opportunity. Economic equity is an important part of social justice, which allows everyone to provide for their families. I know how difficult it can be to complete a college education when life gets in the way. Today, your sacrifices are being recognized. Graduating from college can open many doors to you while you contribute to your personal and professional growth in whatever industry you choose within our community. As you move forward and take on leadership roles, I want to share with you some of my own thoughts based on my own experiences. First of all, I would say to you, believe in yourself. I like to tell young staff members that are uncertain, if you don't believe in you, how can others believe in you? Your peers, your clients, whoever it is you work with. You have to be confident in order that you will succeed. By the way, I'm not talking about arrogance. I'm talking about having a positive attitude about yourself and your abilities. I would also say, identify your values. Understand that you determine who you are. Our social circumstances do not need to determine who we are. Some of us have faced great challenges in our life that we've had to overcome. Yes, remember, we are not doomed to follow the same mistakes of others. You must determine how you will live your life and what values drive your decisions. Second of all, I would say understand the power of relationships. There are others that care about what you care about, be it the environment, be it social justice. They're out there and they're willing to help. I would say to you, find them. You have to network with others, you have to socialize, and you have to talk to others face to face. I would also say seize opportunities. You will not grow if you stay in your comfort zone. Personal growth involves risks and, yes, sometimes failure. Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor said that she learned the greatest lessons about herself when she failed miserably. So take a chance and accept an invitation to grow personally and to grow professionally. I would also say support your team members. No one can accomplish important work alone. Encourage your team, co-workers and your team members. Great leaders support others to learn and to grow. Remember, you may be the boss, but you need others to accomplish your task and to be successful. Last but not least, I would say that personal integrity is the most important leadership trait. Integrity must be an important part of your personal brand. What is your personal brand? It's what people think of when they think of you. You have the academic preparation and the tools provided by Portland State, faculty, and staff. You can be a leader in your work and in your community. We look forward to working with you in whatever role that you assume. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Castillo, for your kind words and your service on the board. Graduates, as you transition from being students to alumni, you should know that there are PSU alumni located throughout the world. PSU alumni are well respected in the world of work and in graduate schools across the nation and around the globe. Please join me in welcoming David Audley, the president of the PSU Alumni Association.
Thank you, Provost Andrews. To the class of 2016, you guys, my fellow Portland State alumni. This is a distinct privilege and honor for me to be here today with your parents, with your family, your friends, to celebrate your graduation. You are joining a very distinguished community of scholars, philanthropists, and leaders, people who value the highest order of excellence. And on behalf of the more than 170,000 alumni around the world, congratulations on your outstanding achievement. It was 19 years ago that I sat where you guys are sitting today with my master's degree in French Revolutionary History. And like you, I was ready to lead and be tested in a world of economic uncertainty. I took with me the confidence and the enthusiasm built on my academic, social, and ethical foundation of a Portland State University education. And there is no doubt you will do the same. You should know, from the moment you stepped on campus as students, you have been members of an incredible group, Portland State University Alumni Association members. This is your enduring link to a university, a lifelong resource of social, educational, and professional support that extends all the way around the world. Wherever your lives may lead you, whatever success you may have, whenever you may need to reach classmates and friends, please know Portland State University will always be your connection. Though you leave here today, Portland State will always be a part of you. The lessons you have learned in our classrooms, from our professors, and your classmates will profoundly affect the rest of your lives. For this reason, I encourage you to always promote, support, and honor your universities. Again, congratulations to you. Best wishes. Go Vikes.
Thank you, President Audley. I would also like to thank our faculty, a number of whom are here today, for the great work that they've done and efforts in guiding these students to success and to the completion of their academic programs. Their expertise and dedication to our students is outstanding. Please give our faculty a round of applause. Now, to the graduates. I wish to pay special tribute to the more than 1,000 undergraduate students graduating with academic honors. Candidates graduating with academic honors are identified by the cords worn around their regalia. Will those receiving honors please stand and give these students a round of applause? You may be seated. Our student speakers this year represent the highly talented class of 2016. Our speakers are Laura Uguen in Arts and Conflict Resolution, and Gloria Rojeo Trujillo, receiving a Master of Arts in Spanish Literature.
Good morning, all in attendance for the graduating class of 2016. My name is Laura Uguen. Thank you. As we are sitting here in these gorgeous gowns, our path to this honorable destination is as diverse as those sitting before you, and that certainly calls for celebration. As we move forward, we should consider the achievements of those who are graduating, and in that, we are reminded of adversity. Adversity is the grindstone of life. Intended to polish you up, adversity also has the ability to grind you down. A young woman who was faced with the unexpected death of her partner and the father of her daughter, feeling isolated, but determined to finish what she had started. She endured through the next few years of her degree, and college became a home of purpose and belonging. Following the dream of building a stable life for her small family, and ultimately defying all statistics of what people continually told her she would amount to. I am that young woman who will graduate with honors and go on to pursue a PhD. I wanted to share with you my own personal journey through Portland State University, because in the face of adversity, the grindstone of life, will it grind you down or will it polish you up? The path to graduation may have taken some 4 years, but the experience that we uniquely share as Portland State students is that for most of us, it took much longer. As much as I have looked forward to this day, it will be bittersweet to no longer jaywalk through every street on campus, have TriMet decide if I'm late to class or not, or rush to find parking. We are the non-traditional students who will go forth and overcome immense obstacles and be more successful than ever imagined. Our future does not belong to fear because we have the courage to follow our hearts and our intuition. Class of 2016, may each sunrise hold more promise and each sunset more peace. Congratulations and thank you.
Ahlan wa sahlan. Bienvenidos. Bienvenue. Welcome, everyone, to the commencement ceremony of Spring 2016. I'd like to congratulate you all for making it to this day. My name is Gloria Trujillo, and for the last 2 years, I've been a graduate student and a Spanish instructor from the World Languages and Literatures Department here at PSU. A shout for them. How to capture in just 2 minutes the spirit that binds us. Our time in this university has gone by so quickly that puts the theories of space and time to the test. I will tell you now a story that captures my time, your time, our time at this university. It is a story of moments that flash in front of our eyes. Times spent among books, times spent outside, music blast in our ears when the night neatly sees us writing endless papers. We made friends. We found our voice. Oh, it's so sunny outside. I really want to skip this class. But I don't, because I'm the teacher now. Instead, I teach my students about adverbial sentences in Spanish. And yes, there will be a test at the end of this speech. To this day, reading is still difficult. Writing is still hard, but I read and write because I love Spanish literature. At times, I felt like I was a med student. What to do first? Write my paper? Eat? Sleep? I always chose the first. And I also cried. But I remember the pat I received in my back and those kind words that helped me. So I kept growing and I kept thinking, I love PSU. Now I am ready to give back. I'd like to give a special thanks to my husband, Ben, and my mom, Isabel, for all of their encouragement through the years, and of course, my dear family and friends. You made it possible. Special thanks to the World Languages Department, to my mentor and professor, Craig Eplin, Cynthia Sloan, and Isabel Jaime Portillo. Yes, World Languages, you are the best. Thanks above all to my classmates. Thanks above all to all of you, PSU. You've made these last 2 years an amazing ride.
These are the students we're proud of. Please join me in another round of applause for these 2 wonderful students. It's now my pleasure to introduce our honorary degree recipient this morning, the Honorable Paul J. de Muñiz, former Chief Justice of the Oregon Supreme Court. De Muñiz is one of the best-known judges in Oregon, but his story goes well beyond his immense contributions to our justice system. He was raised in Portland, attended public schools before joining the U.S. Air Force in the 1960s. He served a one-year tour of duty in Vietnam, then returned to Portland and enrolled at PSU, getting his bachelor's degree in sociology in 1972. We're proud to claim him as one of our many, many distinguished alumni. From here, he went on to the Willamette University College of Law and thus began a long and influential career in the legal field. He practiced law for 13 years, specializing in complex criminal and civil litigation. For 10 years, he sat on the Oregon Court of Appeals, serving as presiding judge. In 2000, he was elected to the Oregon Supreme Court, where he became the first Hispanic Chief Justice in the history of the court. Justice de Muñoz retired from the bench in 2012, but has remained active in Oregon's legal and political affairs. In 2011, he was inducted into the National Center for State Courts Warren E. Burger Society in recognition of his commitment to improving state justice systems. He has served on numerous national and state boards, dedicating to making our justice system work better for all. And in 2013, he founded a legal clinic dedicated to providing legal help to people who spent time in prison and are now re-entering the community. Justice de Muñoz is also the author of numerous law review articles, and his book, A Practical Guide to Oregon Criminal Procedure and Practice, is widely used by lawyers and judges through Oregon. But to show that he's a true Renaissance judge, he recently completed a novel titled The Debt: An American Lawyer Fights for Justice in Russia. I think I'd prefer to read that over your handbook on criminal procedure, Justice. Please welcome the Honorable Chief Justice Paul de Muñoz.
President Bebel, faculty, distinguished guests, and class of 2016, I'm so very honored to receive this honorary doctorate from my alma mater. When I entered Portland State in 1970 at age 22, not long after my discharge from military service and a year tour of duty in Vietnam, I did not dare to imagine or to dream the possibilities that a life with a college degree might hold for me. Instead, as the first in my family to go to college, I focused on the immediate. Study as hard as I possibly could and prove that I was equal to the opportunity that Portland State was providing me. Never did I imagine that one day I would be invested with the trust and have the privilege to serve as a Court of Appeals judge, an Oregon Supreme Court justice, and eventually the Chief Justice of this state. Like those of you graduating today, my life was touched by many Portland State professors, men and women dedicated to enlightenment and knowledge, who challenged me and ultimately brought out in me qualities and abilities that until then I was not certain I possessed. The education I received at Portland State transformed my life and ultimately the lives of my children and grandchildren, and for that I shall always be grateful. In attaining your college degree today, it is natural for you to envision a life that includes economic stability. I'm confident that if you work to the best of your ability in your chosen career, strive to keep your life as simple as possible, and do the right thing in all aspects of your life, you can pretty much count on the economics working out. But in that regard, let me pass on some practical career advice. It might be well to remember that the following things require absolutely no talent. Be on time, strong work ethic, appropriate body language, energy, positive attitude, passion, being coachable, doing more than's required, and finally, and most importantly, taking time to prepare. However, just as important, if not more so, your Portland State education has also equipped you to participate morally in a society that can be improved in so many ways by your participation in it. It's one thing to look to the future and say, I want to do something significant with my life, but it's another thing to do it. However, I can guarantee you that your life will be significant, that you will make a difference when your life includes a commitment to improving the lives and the well-being of others. Two former Portland State graduates with whom I have the privilege of friendship are leading lives of significance, and they make my point precisely. Given my life's work, it will not surprise you they're both lawyers. Samuel Hernandez came to the United States at age 9 and did not speak English. He graduated magna cum laude from Portland State in 2005, Lewis and Clark Law School in 2010, clerked for me during my tenure as Chief Justice of the Oregon Supreme Court, and today practices with the Portland law firm of Barron Liebman. Along the way, Sam became an officer in the Oregon National Guard, deployed to Afghanistan twice, and was awarded the Bronze Star. Sam's life is significant, however, not just because of those accomplishments, but because he is making a difference in the lives of others. Today, Sam finds time to volunteer at Lewis and Clark Law School's Small Business Legal Clinic, providing free legal services in Spanish to low-income minority and immigrant-owned businesses, as well as serving as co-president of the thriving Oregon Hispanic Bar Association and as a board member of both the Hispanic Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce, Gail, and the Classroom Law Project. Sam is recognized as a role model for young Latino lawyers and serves as a strong and mature voice in the Latino community. Kimberly Mansfield graduated from high school at age 16, had 3 different careers, and traveled the world before she enrolled at Portland State. To quote Kimberly, she enrolled at Portland State to get on with doing something useful, something truly epic. Kimberly graduated summa cum laude from Portland State in 2010 and from Willamette University's College of Law in 2013. While a law student, Kimberly worked with me to found a legal clinic dedicated to serving the legal needs of formerly convicted persons transitioning from prison to the community. The legal clinic was the first of its kind in the country. Thank you. The legal clinic, located in Salem, is part of Marion County's Reentry Initiative that services more than 600 persons transitioning every year from prison to the Marion County community. The Marion County Reentry Initiative has successfully reduced the recidivism rate for those transitioning from prison to the community from approximately 28% to 14%. Returning men and women to productive lives and saving the state thousands and thousands of dollars in prison and related costs. In a recent Oregon State Bar Bulletin article about Kimberly and the legal clinic, she said, quote, "We're on the frontier here, and reentry law is novel. It's our contention, however, that the victories we win for our clients, the information the clinic provides the clients, overwhelming gratitude and obvious relief, surely these things weigh against recidivism. As a practicing attorney, Kimberly now divides her time between private practice and managing every aspect of our legal clinic. Today, those legal services also include the filing of clemency petitions with the governor on behalf of young men and women who entered prison as juveniles, have served lengthy prison sentences, have taken advantage of the educational and programming opportunities available to them, and have minimal time left to serve on their sentences. These young men and women have changed their lives dramatically. However, if they do not receive a commutation, they will be transferred at age 25 to the adult prison system to serve the remainder of their sentences, with the risk that all they have accomplished and their potential for a successful life may be undone. Like Sam, Kimberly's life is significant, measured not by her educational and professional attainments, but also because her life includes a commitment to improving the lives and the well-being of others. Both Sam and Kimberly credit their education and experiences at Portland State with inspiring them to stand for something and to make a difference in the lives of others. President Vivell, Portland State faculty, on behalf of Sam and Kimberly, and if I may, on behalf of the class of 2016, a profound thanks for a university that has welcomed them, supported them, and prepared them socially, technologically, ecologically, and politically to make a difference. I'd like to end my remarks with this personal observation. If I had to pick just one important thing that I've come to understand through my life in the law, it's the overriding importance of our country's adherence to the rule of law, to an ideal that all people and all institutions are accountable to laws that are fairly applied and enforced. Indeed, in my view, it's the rule of law that undergirds our society, our safety, our health, our commerce, our education, indeed, even our spirituality. Pope John Paul II, now St. John Paul, once said, "When freedom does not have a purpose, when it does not wish to know anything about the rule of law engraved in the hearts of men and women, when it does not listen to the voice of conscience, it turns against humanity and society." Perhaps more than ever, the world of nations is looking at our country through a lens that we as Americans are not used to. For much of our nation's history, other countries have looked to America as the rule of law ideal. The rule of law has been something that we have publicly exported to other nations. But today, there are serious questions being asked both here and abroad concerning how well our institutions, our leaders, and our would-be leaders are promoting and adhering to our own notions about the rule of law. It's my hope that all of you graduating today will always appreciate the significance of the rule of law in your daily lives. In an address to the Massachusetts Bar Association in 1900, the great Supreme Court Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. remarked, "We cannot live our dreams. We are lucky enough if we can give a sample of our best, and if in our hearts we can feel that it has been nobly done." In most cases, I tend to agree with Justice Holmes. However, in my case, I must take exception. My life, to which I owe much to Portland State University, has exceeded even my most ambitious dreams. I wish the very same to all of you graduates today, a life that exceeds your most ambitious dreams. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Honorable Judge DeMunez, for being here today. We're inspired by your leadership and your words, and you make us proud. President Vivell, here with us today are candidates who have completed all the requirements for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy. Will the doctoral candidates please rise? On behalf of the deans of the schools and college and the faculty, I am pleased and honored to present the candidates for the highest degree awarded by the university. The names of those awarded doctoral degrees are listed in your program, along with the titles of their dissertations. President Vivell, I recommend that these candidates be awarded their respective doctoral degrees.
On the recommendation of the graduate faculty and the authority vested in me by the Portland State University Board of Trustees, I'm pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Will all of you, together with your advisors, come forward to be recognized?
Michelle Lauren Holiday. Juan Tran. Do you?
Congratulations. Thank you.
Chi Tong. Stephen Strand. Krista Strand. Caroline McCaffrey James. James Raymond Mahoney. Aaron Richard Steiner. Catherine Nora Barnard. Teresa Green. Francis Gudos. Meenakshi Rao. John Anassis.
Let's give those candidates one more round of applause. Now, will the candidates receiving master's degrees please rise and remain standing? President Vivell, I recommend to you the candidates for the master's degrees in the fields offered at Portland State University.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and with the authority vested in me by the Portland State University Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the respective master's degrees that you have earned at Portland State University. Congratulations to each of you. When you come forward with your faculty marshal, you will be introduced and greeted. Guests of graduates, please listen for your graduates' program name to be called. There is a color guide for the regalia in the commencement program on page 5.
Masters in Anthropology. Justin Young.
Gloria Trujillo.
Masters in Biology. Fennel Kacharia.
Masters in Conflict Resolution, Stephanie Mitchell.
Masters in Environmental Science. Christine Butler Minor.
Masters in Conflict Resolution, Ariana Klein Ritchie.
Masters in History. Bradley Richardson.
Masters in Conflict Resolution, Timothy Tates.
Kellen Hughes. Masters in English. Alexis Woodcock.
Masters in Conflict Resolution,
Kelly
Jumana
Garrity.
Ali Juni.
Megan Doyle.
Dana Ghazi.
Kimberly Fanchler.
Salma El Said.
Kenzie Kanavi.
Rachel Espasaden.
Sam Bacala. Rebecca Stevens.
Shauna Hoyer.
Ethelyn Tamalad.
Rachel April Renee Rustad.
Tanya Pick.
Tomoko Ray.
Jennifer Johns.
Sultan Alkandafle.
Abigail Sarno.
Aziz Saleh.
I'll wait till you actually have some candidates. I'll wait till you actually have some.
Kyle Roden. Megan French. Josh Sander.
Great. Masters in Mathematics. William O'Connell.
What's your name?
Andrew Matheny.
Masters in Chemistry, Mitra Gobadi.
Ross Casebolt. Eva Ossian. Catherine Rock.
Teaching Education. Masters in Teaching
Moraved Porhasan.
Masters in Teaching as a Second Language, Ilian Kristen
Danny
Allen.
Osa.
Linda Bonder.
Salma Al-Sarfaz. I shake your hand.
Alina Nekrasova.
Si-Ming Chang.
Serena McIntyre.
Masters in Sociology. Karen Stocking.
Jesse Pritchard.
Nathan Rochester.
Noel Conrad. Megan Craig. Clifford Olson. Rebecca Eve Saunders. Susan Case. Kessie Skog. Michael Otto.
Masters in Geology. Gabriela Fujeda.
Masters in Speech and Hearing Sciences. Megan Green.
Megan Masterson Radke.
Teresa Elvira Barcenus Moreno.
Masters in System Science.
Cynthia Tinker.
Benjamin Wynn.
Jade Horton. Suzanne Eklund.
Masters in Geography. Nicole Chase.
Sheheng Esterwu.
Jeremy Grotbo.
Alexis Escobar.
Elena Melville.
Kelly Ferraro. Tatiana Penman. Nathan Hartleben. Jennifer Bida. Julian Barker Hill.
Will you help me congratulate these students as well? So will all the candidates for the you can be seated. Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees and certificates please rise and remain standing? President Vivell, I present to you the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees and the candidates for certificates in the fields offered at Portland State University. I recommend the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and the degrees of Bachelor of Science and the candidates for certificates.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and with the authority vested in me by the Portland State Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the respective baccalaureate degrees and certificates which you have earned at Portland State University. Congratulations to each of you. You may now be seated. The faculty marshals will now lead the baccalaureate candidates forward to be introduced and greeted by their dean.
Laura Uggan.
Mathematics and statistics.
Anthropology.
Devlin Keith.
Collier Irwin.
Vincent Stevenson. Good job, buddy.
Farah Halsey.
Adam McBail.
Katrina Anderson Dimmick.
Lee Dusseljay.
Catherine Sager.
Zachary Fessner.
Sierra Casavant Leach.
Patricio Salinas.
Hillary Osler.
Patrick Alman.
Gabrielle Lookins.
Kota Onese.
Madeline Adi.
Miguel Rodriguez.
Desiree McAnally.
George Bleekus. Good job, George.
Jennifer Rubino.
Michael Kim.
Lacey Smith.
Eunice Javid.
Ben Gregory.
Rajiv Singh.
Ian White.
Mickey Mendez.
Ramon Bieri.
Chris Petty.
James Allman.
Bastien Dufusset.
Jonathan Delix.
Ryan Washburn.
Jordan Thompson.
Danielle Williams.
Tyler Moulter.
Trina Wing.
Christine Cowan.
Ada Ruff. Congratulations.
Boo Christman.
Eric Shostrom.
Brianna Devlin.
Charles Drumbor.
Michael Mead.
James Metex.
Christopher Killeen.
Christopher Hilliard.
Maria Chiaberta.
Nathan Lawrence.
Nicole Epperly.
Ben Wallach.
Liberal Studies.
Philosophy.
Molly Carpenter. Sonia Rayu.
Alexander Kehani.
Jelena Castello.
Daniel Pele.
Sage Hill.
Andara Danasawa.
Casey Morel.
Robert Voss.
Bihu Nin.
Amir Takzada.
Christopher Coote.
Kyle Hamsonen.
Brianna Hurd.
Richard Von Berriger.
Katie Schmidt.
Heidi Von Berriger.
John Allard.
Jonathan Dubé.
Brianda Lateco Nunez de Alapaz.
Michael Krotian.
Jennifer Curtis.
Physics.
Rachel Daly.
Sam Olson.
Miranda Barnes.
Michael Gleason.
Kendall Reese.
Aaron Gill.
Kellyanne Maratas Masigut.
David Coulter.
Rafaela Castaldo.
Joe Shields.
Rabin Kopang.
Andrew Dempsey.
Lara Lee Engram.
Christopher Cha.
Sophia Rose Petrovchich.
Sarah Nickel.
Chandra Maya Immel.
Gabriel Ang.
Veronica Mangwal.
James Swiss.
Kathleen Meehan.
Craig Linehan.
Ed Marquez.
Sean Roberts.
Karen Duttlinger.
Alexander Miller.
Robert Nicholas Ford.
Mark Montoya.
Leonel Munoz.
Oscar Conroy.
Brianna Vance.
Sarah Wiley.
Stefania Ramirez Velasquez. Tina Cobb.
Psychology, Adam Brockman.
Taylor Doty.
Nubel Caruso.
Alex Avila.
Grace Horowitz.
Angela Tran.
Michelle Jakobski.
Stephanie Glazewski.
Daniel Rodriguez.
Catherine Carney.
Karen Sayer Ali.
Ellen Arnrich Coffey.
Karen Rodriguez Aguilera.
Sean Harland.
Flor Caro Bravo.
Sierra Anderson.
Maria Aguilar.
Gina Firth.
Francis James Abuwaji.
Mia Lynn.
Abby Nachman.
Tarvea Martha Davis.
Courtney Tripp.
Luai Nubulsi.
Crystal Thomas.
Haneen Kurd.
Samantha Barnes.
Dewane Tolliver.
Buffy Hale Coffin.
Kiana McMillan.
Sharon Nellist.
Ruby Rivera.
Ariel Cruz.
Rachel Goldberg.
Justin Lauer.
Aaron Titeback.
Latoya Rankins.
Desiree Wilson.
Madison Schumacher.
Jennifer Phillips.
Hayden Hayes Dwyer Resnick.
Spencer Pond.
Natalie Rincon.
Rebecca Ladajinsky.
Vanita Lumtong.
Suyon Bridges.
Will Hicks.
Cheyenne Bennett.
Sasha Pshenichnikova.
Nadine Bose.
Jordan Berry.
Julie Halloman.
Summer Farley.
Delshawn Davidson.
Kelsey Hutchin.
Elijah Waltz.
Megan Harrell.
Applied Linguistics.
Wait.
Jamie Bassant.
Angela Nguyen.
Cole Baker.
Andre Armato.
Dyson Ulamek.
Kathleen Bowens.
Laura Bynum.
Carisha Kelsey.
Kalila Eichstead.
Kevin Cuellar.
Alan Wilson.
Tiffany Gomez.
Jillian Graziosa.
Stevie Pace.
Ariel Weinman.
Katrina Malbach.
Clayton Crawford.
Anastasia Lenoir.
Matthew Jager.
Paris Mayhew.
Matthew Andrews.
Sophie Ashwald.
Nathaniel Smith.
Kimber Bunton.
Charlotte Lead.
Maria Vera.
Catherine Lindstrom.
Andrew Horn.
Roxanne Nussbaumer.
Brandon Guerra.
Emily Wolf.
Nina McPherson.
Kelsey Pinkston.
Emily Stadler.
Matthew Ridges.
Paige Weber.
Biology.
Dagan Johnson.
Noof Mohammed Alsulaiti,
Gail Parker,
Jessica Mien,
Violet Duncan,
Yasmin Awad,
Diana Sirkin,
Lauren Munoz Tremblay,
Nicole Randall,
Ilea Delgadillo,
Mary Alice Todea,
Tien Huang,
Zachary Schaefer,
Shay Pinkert,
Rebecca Beatball,
Ava Chan,
Nathan Simons,
Miriam Sanchez Ramirez,
Taylor Smith,
Dan Tae Kung,
Michaela Poling,
Andrew Nader Nafisi,
Amethyst Suizo,
Jamie Elena Shawak,
Alexis Mills,
Melissa Holler,
Nicolette Wise,
Rachel Champagne,
Aaron Orth,
Ui Nguyen,
Camilla Cummings,
Allison McCullough,
Chelsea Lugo,
Amanda McCauley,
Chris Tollefson Seeley,
Shaked Movchevich,
Courtney Sprawls,
Brandon Bunky,
Catherine Harper,
Anna Schwanbeck,
Taryn Ming,
Catherine Hendricks,
Jill Sears,
Matthew Dean,
Natasha Wentworth,
Abdullah Alotmani,
Katrina Vanderwerf,
Eric Lewis,
Alyssa Stopa,
Joshua Rambo,
Patrick Hart,
Jessica Mozzie,
Adam Tishmak,
Nicole Klein,
Michelle Diane Williams,
Melody Erickson,
Loretta Williams,
Nick Sievertson,
Alexandra Spring,
Dominic Harris,
Erwin Squire,
Emily Pulliam,
Shelley Erb,
Amanda Jefferson,
Veronica Robertson,
Deanna Werzer,
Jessica Solis,
Emily Olson,
Aaron Ramey,
Jacqueline Capias,
Andrea Willett,
Angelica Ware,
Brianna Hottenroth,
Alyssa Clendenin,
Chad Alberts,
Roxanne Valencia,
Megan Warnock,
Rachel Brower,
Eris Campbell,
Dakota Irwin,
Grace Springstead,
Andrew Cowley,
Taylor Martinez,
Emma Eichhorn,
Melissa Hartley,
Rachel Jace,
Caitlin McIsaac,
Dallas Tate,
Mara Baker,
Jennifer Montgomery,
Damon Holland,
Sean DeBow,
John Stanton,
Raya Dennis,
Paul Jason Moken,
Kathleen Kuba,
Devin Burgoyne,
Bill Brady,
Audrey Reisowitz,
Travis Giobi,
Amber Axum,
Samvul Nazaritan,
Jennifer Grimm,
Max Larson,
Jen Tollender,
Sean Jackson,
Kelly Bedoin,
Yasmin Morales Mencea,
Alexa Kaler,
Erica Skadson,
Isabella McCarthy Zelaya.
Michelle Allen.
Ivan Vera Sanchez.
Ian Melzer.
Myra Vasquez.
Rachel Higgins.
Maria Lira.
Evan McIntyre.
Michael Bello.
Brittany Kuita Gratraic.
Jessica Franco.
Sarah Smith.
Carolina Luna.
Mickey Nadia de la Cruz.
Citlali Rodriguez.
Damas Gilwesi.
Kupani. Joseph Smith Kupani.
Mark Kurt Bowie.
Christopher Sadler.
Jonas Seragabir.
Desiree Dubois.
Punada Limpoka.
Dana Mae Haley.
Melissa McCalla.
Alicia Turgeson.
Corey Olson.
Alyssa Waite.
Victoria Schuster.
Lorraine Thornton.
Nathan Russell.
Kylie Derringer.
Mara Berry.
Don.
Sarah Afan.
Long Ton.
Ben Roth.
Alexandra Peck.
Rebecca Grejuk.
Raven Brown.
On Lay.
Mackenzie Miller.
Chelsea Norris.
Demetrius Jackson.
Anthony Castaneda.
Haley Coleman.
Vu Tong.
Amy Smith.
Devin Backstrom.
Tasha King.
Black Studies. Brittany Nicole Elizabeth Clark.
Molly Martinez.
Abtorera Ateniji.
Jordan Moss.
Jonathan McCullum.
Rayanne Barnes.
Chemistry. Remy Kim.
Brianna Helbling.
Thang Do.
Olivia Loveland.
Tegan Neal.
Andre Benjamin Post.
Benjamin Miller.
Sarah Aboukair.
Brennan McCullough.
Amber Bennett.
Gabriel Heinrich.
Kayla Olgren.
Nathan Urbanowitz Stewart.
Krista Colt.
Joseph Phoebus.
Kimberly Warner.
Drew Busso.
Sarah Scott.
Irina Primack.
Perchizo. Melissa Perchizo.
Bradley Lauterbach.
Jeanette Rojas.
Melody Birwagun.
Ana Rosa Herrera.
Jeffrey Halcott. Evan
Ilse
Taylor.
Cinta Espinoza.
Evan Taylor.
Jamie Nichols.
Matthew Kim.
Do the best I can. Blaine Pearson.
Daniel Davis.
Brandon Hoyleen.
Vicky Nguyen.
Christopher Wild.
Chris Schweizer.
Brandon Helms.
Adam Miller.
Ryan Thompson.
Elizabeth Satterwhite.
Jessica Helliker.
Communication.
Sandra Dow. Thomas Belcher.
Lee Stringy.
Sadie Adams.
Jared Jensen.
Jennifer Johnson.
Deanna Johnson.
Luke Bartlett.
Vaughn Thirdgill.
Andrea McDermott.
Zechariah Berg.
Christine Borquez.
Alexis Lascala.
Charlotte Deshari.
Antoine Bell.
Tate Wagner.
DeLon
Jameson
Rashad.
Perry.
DeLon Rashad Lewis.
Kristen Bernard.
Robert Oman.
Stephanie Hokehouse.
Shelby Casal.
Isabel Bradeen.
Taylor Stone.
Amanda Law.
Carissa Hope Barrera.
Jacqueline Rivera.
Chandler Elizabeth Patterson.
Randy Henderson.
Emma Lapp.
Catherine Bassant.
Bethany McKinney.
Hulver Perez.
Andrew Gleason.
Tara McFarlane.
Martha Larissa.
Jose Leos.
Martha Larissa Grikurgan.
Alicia Rayford.
Katie Guess.
Eric Schilbach.
Ruben Alba.
Julius Lakshmana.
Liberal Studies. Amanda Layla
Jessica
Wolfley
Patching
Dean.
Bunch. Do the best we can.
Kamea Smith.
Christian Miranda.
Jared DePry.
Amber Mays.
Cesar Maldonado.
Jordan Moody.
Christine Vigent.
Sylvie Tron.
Catherine Wishart.
David Moore.
Abby Cook.
Creighton Minyai.
Valerie Mars.
Brianna Short.
Allison Bausch.
Joni Hambreek.
Stephanie Hennessy.
Sarah Loftus.
Asia Milan.
Esther Abo.
Thomas Sabatino.
Amina Shikwati.
Kyle Batesa.
Mary Elena Funez.
Daniel Akins.
Kelly Kosich.
Lucia Fasano.
Christina Thompson Andrade.
Rachel Neat.
Veronica Flores.
Patricia Lerma.
Catherine Gade.
Alexandra Piff.
Today.
Charles McLeod.
Celine Gade.
I'm sorry, Celine. We do the best we can.
Katie Zerzen.
Ibrahim Jilhani. Griffin Lee Nielsen Smith.
Malcolm Edward Jamal
Chad
Cheney.
Thomas. Fuan Fan.
Maria Velasquez.
Wang Yin Dunn.
Kimo Omar.
Nadi Win.
Baujia Duong.
Anna Gonzalez Paleo.
Lucia Areola Castillo.
Amanda Leanne Duan.
Amelia Solis Gonzalez.
Palista Shakya.
Sarah Tiffany Kopp. Rhiannon
Rajan
Lori.
Matsawan.
Courtney Dorsey.
Kia Helland.
Adam Reese.
Amy Lorish.
Filio Rossworm.
Andrea Peterson.
Scott McDonald.
Aaron Lunny.
David Ball.
Paula Tran.
William Curtis.
Zachary Berquist.
Laura Ross.
Carden Bennett.
Brittany Kimball.
Zachary Swanson.
Carla Daniel.
Morgan Cowger.
Shawneen O'Brien Lee.
Megan Espinoza.
Will Dufala.
Heidi Moss.
Amy Fisher Hunt.
Chandra Dart.
Brenna Marie Milam.
Christina Wiechek Nolan.
Jamie Wiseman.
Sergio Martinez.
Michelle Joy Williams.
Megan Hendricks.
McKenna Catherine Roque.
Melissa Masters.
Samia Mashmoudi.
Cameron Thompson.
Connor Roth.
Elizabeth Judar.
Natalia Tribunskaja.
Alexander Kahn.
Joshua Kim.
Seth Brennan.
Andres Hernandez.
Ryan Cole.
Dawn Van Nagy.
Jessica Vietoreno.
Brittany Jo Mall.
Taurus Baknyor.
Christiani Percel.
Heidi Youssef.
Barry Buchert.
Alexander Neruth.
Andrea Johnson.
Hong Nguyen.
Victoria Gormley.
Cairo Yassin.
Rebecca Proper.
Al Kratz.
Robert Lawrence.
Sarah Berry.
Christina Reeves.
Amanda Smith.
Heather McGinnis.
Candace Trent.
Jennifer Campbell.
Saul Aguilar.
Jesse Tronfo.
Angelica Bukhaled.
Nate Chart.
Ashley Hubsky.
Brent Wheeler.
Anthony Nguyen.
Isaac Tome.
Derica Batbayer.
Daniel Penez Krause.
Tyler Vuong.
Sierra Carlson.
Brandon Virvanen.
Stephanie Peel.
Kayla Huntley.
Alec Merchant.
Vicky Nguyen.
Taylor Welter.
Darren Cross.
Kamal Kishore.
Karen Chow.
Jamila Romero.
Dennis Chow.
Stephanie Castro Martinez.
Hector Garcia Delgado.
Victoria Danu.
Jack Fong.
Hillary Shahani.
Abdisa Chaku.
Marissa Miller.
Carolina Zamora.
Brenna Murphy Estes.
Brittany Flynn.
Zichen Huang.
Jade Bonet.
David Nethers.
Victor Morales.
Ashlyn Denny.
Alan Trinidad.
Rowan Voris.
Eric Ruiz.
Emily Moore.
Iten Mehana.
Monique Richardson.
Degrees in Social Science.
Maria Shank.
Catherine Odeski Green.
Kristen Crawford.
Conor Murphy.
Malia Cumming.
Colby Boise Chabatu.
Cher Honor Knight.
Alexander Diaz.
Megan Westerman.
Kayla LeBranche.
Rebecca Gulke.
Sheena Rice.
Chelsea Collard.
Kareen Frost.
Barbara Setvin.
Megan Field.
Tori Bear.
Laura Belfry.
Bradley Hartford.
Ajna Ray.
Mike Basole.
Merlia Norris.
Nicholas Scarpelli.
Gloria Miranda.
Dev Devrat.
Anna Arce.
Brenda Pyle.
Heather Ashley Hanan.
Corbin Stewart.
Sophia Levinson.
China Wolf.
Jacqueline Nguyen.
Joshua Wolf.
Adrian DeVore.
Carly Sundin.
Helen Thurlow.
Melinda Guillen.
Jeffrey Miller.
Kevin Robbins.
Cheyenne Bullen.
Dominique Cruz.
Amina Hassan.
Richard Race.
Sarah Freeman.
Sean Faruja.
Corey Klink.
Kyle Austin Kirk.
Kyle McCormick.
Nicholas Herrick.
Tim Campbell.
Andrea Donahue.
Elaine Wynn.
Emily Hicks.
Heidi Zapeta.
Valentina Trio.
Phil Ulinwa.
Laura Hemphill.
Jennifer Hoskins.
Katina Ditburner.
Stephanie Zarcino.
Stormy Bruno.
April Berger.
Natasha Haynes.
Adrian Eden.
Jonah Gregg.
Lexington
Gordon Gregg.
Elaine Munson.
Youssef Sekum.
Juliana Valerio.
Timbrel Ashton.
Charlesetta Dobson.
Ashley Claire Lucas.
Hannah Zia.
Natalie Wright. Lily Robertson.
Kathleen Ann McDonald.
Cecilia Camara.
Kayla Kitty Tina Cool.
Matthew Salon.
Kayla Edie.
Evan Brown.
Kaylee Brink.
Nawang Tarchin.
Jennifer Gabrielson.
Paul Schmidt.
Kajija Lewis.
Allison Fields.
Zubeda Alkader.
Madeline Hilregel.
Karen Lundeen.
Samantha Strange.
Emily E.B.
Mishala Weber.
Misha Guyton.
Emily Ochoa.
Lauren Andres.
Rachel Day.
Melissa Laugan.
Stephanie Hosmar.
Alicia Osborne.
Lane Muller.
Jonathan Rydens.
Jason Susum.
Alexa Elizabeth Egler.
Sarah McAvey.
Kelly Walsh. Holly Bird.
Haley Arthur.
Jordan McGeely.
Hazel Kozak.
Kelsey Kaplan.
Giselle Hedman.
Brandy Dudzik.
Carmen Seto.
Christopher Ritmanis.
Carissa
Kate
Lochtwin.
Psalms. Savannah Würzberg.
Dayalo Bennett.
Amy Voges.
The inaugural graduates from the new conflict resolution major.
We'll let him read first. Catherine Burdick. Sorry.
Elizabeth Kerper.
Liliana Haley.
Kevin Moore.
Jesume Steele.
Johnny Fernandez.
Karina Corey.
Economics. Shaheen Ali.
Tanisha Granville.
Michael Park.
Cambry Wilford.
Nicholas Van
Ashley
Rossum.
Heath Smith.
Gregory Glesner.
David Jones Jr.,
Emily Starbuck,
Aaron Sibley,
Nathan Leet,
Bruce Jones,
Marcus Sis,
Julian Bryant,
Nathan Bennett,
Sarah Alexander,
Austin Tice,
Vanessa Mendoza Mandregon,
Todd Schwartz,
Alexis Gomez,
Cameron Witten,
Carrie Fuentes,
Alan Webb,
Molly Warner,
Jan Grisenda,
Jerusalem Fethazian,
Matthew Klosterman,
Cree Duker,
Jacob Williams,
Isabel Kiley,
Anthony McNichols,
Vance Thorson,
Braxton Tucker,
Sergio De Barros,
Chanel Alcos,
Martinez Estrada,
Jasmine Kim,
Mashane Wright,
Ruben Peralta,
Gwen Levi,
Brett Watson,
Ulisha Reinhardt,
Akil Ahawatz,
Caitlin Minks,
Jason Lee,
Angela Sumas,
Vasentia Amanor,
Carlos Anderson,
Amy Grant,
Sarah O'Day,
Carlo Bardi,
Bruce Berry, Kyla Razimbal,
Abdul Rahman Al Rukban,
William Cochran,
Jeffrey Kyle Irvin,
William Ian Reisenhauer,
Robert Selman,
Jeanette Butts,
Jessica Polich,
Rose Sharon Castro,
Natasha Brodvicha,
how do you say it? Stephanie Alimata Tafi Tafi,
David Mabry,
Helen Umairian,
Jonathan Newman,
Ursula Shepard,
Majid Al-Sadun,
Amy Gerard,
Yasser Al-Sali,
Ariel Halking,
Mohammed Al-Masalam,
Gabriel Hutton,
Nicholas Hudson,
Cheyenne McPherson,
Joel Allen Schulte,
Tavish Petty,
Jay Sue,
Donovan Powell,
Erica Emlich,
Raquel Heiss Mendez,
Jordan Drinkhouse,
Siobhan Von Lennon,
English.
Barbara Arena Crandall,
Thomas Degman.
Sarah Clark Williams,
Emily Barnes.
Veronica Martinez Real,
Brittany Brick.
Bernadine Royer,
Abigail Henning.
Sophia Tasker,
Latifa Al-Hababi.
Alicia Martinez,
Matthew Guggenheimer.
Ashley Shambaugh,
Elizabeth Dawn Truesdale.
Renee Wilkinson,
Madison Beebe.
Leticia Martinez,
Kawana Bolden.
Michael Andrew Groner,
Chelsea Aguilera.
Conrad, Joseph Conrad,
Alexandria Trosa.
Gary Bonetti,
Camila Martin.
Haley Elizabeth White,
Holly Powell.
Elvis Herrera.
Elizabeth Hall.
Brandon Duong.
Mohammed Youssef.
Degrees in sociology.
Melissa Rain Hobbs.
Rachel Fend.
Leslie Slape.
Melissa Aldrich.
Casey Crosby.
Dominic Caputo.
Sylvia Milan Gonzalez.
Jay Park.
Allegra Lopez.
Angela Pina.
Morgan Nicholson.
Stephanie Woods.
Isaac Prawl.
Bianca Fornos.
Edward Garut.
Natasha Datchler.
Megan Humphreys.
Alexis Willett.
Kelly Breitenbeeker.
Jasmine Diaz.
Michelle Zong.
Carrie Cleveland.
Dylan Allison Domitz.
Darlene Chester.
Livy Schunnert.
Brendan Thomas.
Ava Vechernius.
Jennifer Soria.
Michael Green.
Julia Gorman.
Alexander Diaz-Hui.
Bryant Young.
Haley Q. Silka.
Chad Clemens.
Christine O'Malley.
Kelly Klosterman.
Stephanie Berdishaw.
Marissa Vanderwall.
Emily Griffin.
Elena Friedley.
Flannery Mack.
Robert McVeigh.
Jordan Alaman.
Lydia Hodgins.
Caitlin Fager.
Kaylee Flather.
Alina Schmelzer.
Elizabeth Steering.
Deanna Norris.
Alan Keys.
Rachel Mann.
Preston Hayes.
Charles A. Johnson.
Tony Barrett.
Justin Montgomery.
Chloe Marlowe Howard.
Jamie Dunkel.
Nicholas Liam Edwards.
Richard Deaton.
Tony Hamilton.
Matthew Harper Zinnick.
Anastasia Jones.
Ryan Ritchie.
Carlene Trombley.
Elizabeth Ann Cutting.
Andrew Vicinius.
Lauren Hill. James Harriman.
Lauren Portinga.
Trevor Dermody.
Taylor Hemzacek.
Environmental Science and Management.
Adrienne Wallace.
Holly Silva.
Jack Sutherland.
Melissa Garner.
Rebecca Hamilton.
Lucy Gonzalez.
Natalie Williams.
Shelby Hemphill.
Christina Wu.
Mercini Papas.
Michael Jacobs.
Carly Orozco.
Miranda Keatley.
Latasha Chris.
Alexis Barton.
Janine Morales.
Alyssa Sleva.
Kristen Karanji.
Marie Hepner.
Janopoulos. Lauren Janopoulos.
Alexis Weaver.
Vikash Chand.
Tia Linton.
Martine Daly.
Amy Martin.
Jean Withers.
Jacob Spurrier.
Degrees in Speech and Hearing Sciences. Chelsea Ostman.
Isabella Sullivan.
Ayaka Emamura.
Alexander Drinkard.
Ashley Loining.
Alfredo Gonzalez.
Maislin. Liel Maislin.
Graham Keeney.
Rosalind Prentice.
Andrew Denning.
Ariana Pulse.
Philip Orlando.
Andrea Kemple.
Neil Robinson.
Kelsey Dim.
Reed Matheson.
Sarah Holmes.
Brandon Swanson.
Carly Fisher.
Stephanie Sepulveda.
Delcy Hirschbach.
Abigail Rojas.
Bethany Miller.
Riki Townsend.
Jessica Helixo.
Marta Sabatine.
Ashley Renforth.
Caitlin Ball.
Courtney Mason.
Joel Madrigal.
Michaela Phillips Cook.
Geography. Harry Fisher Spurlock.
Alexandra Dikova.
Sachi Arakawa.
Christina Romero.
Morgan Joseph Wiener.
Aaron Hendricks.
Kyle Lempinen.
Alyssa Siemens.
Shauna Miller.
Kristen Anderson.
Christina Barton.
Marissa Louise Whiteford Dean.
Caitlin Bisso.
Jeremy Lee Palmer.
Amber Smith.
Mackenzie McAvoy.
Nicole Diane Perry.
Brianna Saleya.
Kyle Meringer.
Lauren Phillips.
Ellen Liegeld.
Haley Sacarici.
Lauren Larson.
Rita Ramsey Gazele.
Rebecca Welsh.
Lily Marie Phelps Davidson.
Liana Burrows.
Rochelle Navarro Guzman.
Nicole Staffek.
Jasmine Sunshine Daydream Stowers.
Elizabeth Hill.
Joelle Daniels.
Dylan Eglin.
Al-Shati? Fatima Al-Shati.
Colby Lawrence.
Madeline Derego.
Danielle Packard.
Michaela Leishman.
Brandon Hauk.
Catherine Shield.
Carrie Comella.
Christy Bisconner.
Jeremy Bigelow.
Holly Martine Singh.
Geology. Nicholas Jolma.
Jason Lockhart.
Travis Christensen.
Solom? Shelby Solom.
Brian Allen.
Itzel Carrillo.
Jesse Mazier.
Molly Krieger.
Erica Cortinas.
Eric French.
Philip Sturges.
Carrie French.
Morgan Farber.
Stephanie White.
Seiichi Nozaki.
Hannah Hitchcock.
Annika Horlings.
Zachariah Pelly.
Britta Horlings.
Sarah Keppinger.
David Ray Weathers.
Degrees in Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies, Emily Hinkle.
Mitchell Smith.
Carly
Michelle
Peppers.
Smith, sorry. Stephen.
Kelsey McMahon.
Stephen Anthony Ross.
Mila Buckland.
Adi Dharmawan.
Alexandria Johnson.
Kiri Hargi.
Abby Robinson.
Eric Dowenhauer.
Caitlin Maynard.
History. Melissa Ann Scott.
Narumi Larissa Moran Flores.
Immer Honorabo.
Rachel Dawn Anderson.
Brenda J. Neriwong.
Christy Janice Edwards.
Joshua Justice.
Jillian Fouch.
Michael Fendel.
Patricia Romero.
Cameron Fickenshire.
Nadine Edwards.
Amy Thornton.
Degrees in World Languages and Literature. Thomas Simmons.
Maria Rios.
Rihanna Jade Merriman.
Matthew Nelson.
Keisha Marie Muia.
William Henry Cruxall II.
Samuel DiChiara.
Emily Cam.
Joshua Rogers.
Alexi Meltabek.
Rochelle Van Dusen.
Nicole Marino.
Maggie Boardman.
Igor Sinich.
Grayson Alexander.
Isaac Miller O'Higgins.
Spencer Neaton.
Devin Smith.
Hewell White.
Nathan James Anderson.
Stephanie Merrill.
Charles Hubbard.
Alicia Betancourt.
Jeremy Weed.
Andres Estrada.
Lindsay Smith.
Ryan Spilsbury.
Erin Victoria Duncan.
Jana Moss.
Stephanie Edwards.
Sarah Diane Ellington.
Ashley Earl.
Anna Cool.
Cameron Kennedy.
Angela Vasquez.
Catherine Upton.
Aaron Wise.
Lauren Kerr.
Casey Lawson.
Ashley Biggs.
Nicolette Allers.
Nikki Corina De La Rosa.
Sophia Jarvis.
Jason Lanning.
Taylor Bradbury.
Nathan Strange.
Stephen Chang Majayer.
Matthew Brem.
Austin Barenko.
Nicholas Jenkins.
Blaze Faust.
Joel Mark.
Noah Sellers.
Carter Ossie.
Omar Shaw Barnes.
Travis Stone.
Sol Ontiveros.
Caitlin Durnell.
Danielle Himes.
Michael Flint. Degrees in International and Global Studies.
Michael Okada.
Maho Isiki.
Ray Barnes.
Mariah Stokes.
Paul Andrew Echeverria.
Paul Pacheco.
Nirvana Fairbanks.
Fuzia Abdullali.
Anna Starr.
Kendall Barger.
Ana Hurtado de Mendoza.
Soyaka Kinoshita.
Sarah Becerra.
Sanforos Magani.
Sean Cardona.
Samantha Acuna.
Mick Wittgenstein.
Jorge Medina.
Yumi Atterbury.
Daniel Evan Rush. Carmen Walsh. Melissa Pineda. Saori Wada. Mizuki Okano. Kaylin Pollan. Aria Felton Hines. Mia Dale. Paola Colon Vargas. Tai Lei. Jessica Morel. Annalisa Rogelstad. Celestina Nunez. Wanda Magagni Stephen Mesfin Nevins. Jamie Holloman. Yolixpa Reyes Martinez. David Schneider. Ahmed Koshna. Gulata Gada. Fabriana Surjana. Joshua Olson. Victoria Voloshina. Kahe Swen.
Will the Master and Baccalaureate candidates please rise? And at this time, you may change your tassel from the right to the left side. Congratulations to all of you. You may be seated. In keeping with the tradition of the graduation ceremony, we will follow the order of dismissal with the platform party first, followed by faculty and newly graduated students. Please remain seated until your row is dismissed. Family and friends, you may meet your graduates outside of the Moda Center, and it's a beautiful day. Congratulations to all of you again.